welcome back to the space. Here we are again. Your crypto spender. You can check us out at Twitter. You like and subscribe to the video below. I'll be leaving links for all the articles that we go over today. Again, this is your place, Crypto Spender. This is where we show you how to spend those cryptocurrencies. Just to get up-to-date news, we're going to first start with the hot sheets. Looks like we have some Bitcoin up 5% from yesterday, but down, if you look at the peak, down a little bit. Sluggish Monday if you're in Western time. Monday was a sluggish day. Tuesday is looking to turn things around. Again, I'm going to say this over and over again. The markets behave under human behavior. They behave because of what humans do, not because of some unknown trend, not because of the numbers start making decisions for themselves. So you have to remember that people buy at certain times of the week, people sell at certain times of the week, and every analyst that ever has been on YouTube or on TV tells you to take your currency out of the exchange when you're not trading. And they say it's not a safe place to store your money on the exchange, and they tell you to take it out, and then as soon as everyone takes it out for the weekend or for the end of the day or whenever human behavior kind of grabs our attention for us to take our money out because we want to feel safe that it's in our wallet and not on an exchange, and the next thing out of the analyst's mouth is, I can't believe, I don't understand what's happening. Why is the market going down? What's this sea of red that we see? And so I think you should really be careful about where you take your advice from in the crypto world. I know that a lot of people do a lot of research, and I find sometimes people can't see the forest for the trees. They can get a little too deep into their analytical trains of thought. And sometimes we're missing the big picture that, people are buying on trend lines when money's easy, and they're selling usually not because they want to get out of the currency, but because they're trading into something else, or they get frightened to put it into US dollar or a fiat currency. But basically, when your exchange is slowing down in the volume and you're, wow, why is everything going so slow on Binance today? In my opinion, and I could be wrong, and I might get 1,000 comments explaining to me why I'm so wrong. But if, under my logic, is if analysts are telling you to take your money off the exchanges, then that money's not on the exchange. It's not considered counted towards volume. And so you're going to have less people trading. If your money's on the exchange, you're more likely to trade with it. If it's in your wallet, you can't. It's that simple. So I think there's a lot of back and forth talk about corrections and red seas, and basically what I want to say to you is just hold tight, find a currency that you're comfortable with spending, find a few currencies that you don't mind trading in and out of. Don't listen to all the hype. That number one, stop listening to all the hype. Look what happened with Ripple. Look at it sitting at $1.37 right now. It was. They were saying $3, $10. This coin might be $100 coin by whatever they were saying. I think it's the number one thing for me. If a coin is overhyped, no matter how good of a coin it actually is, you're gonna pay for the hype. And I don't like to pay for hype. I like to get my coins for cheap and spend them when they're high, so I get the most value when I buy at a point of sale or buy on the internet. And so this is what that's what this channel is going to be all about. So I'm going to take a little look beyond onto our first story for today. And that's pretty much basically what I was just talking about in the intro, is that the cryptocurrencies are trying to regain strength after the recent dip. Now, we had a market correction, and then we had a normal, natural sell-off for the weekend, for the holiday, or for people are just like, oh, you're probably getting more people that are taking their money out for the weekend or for their regular schedule than were 2 weeks ago when they didn't have any worries that everything was bull. and we didn't have any worries. So it's going to take a couple of days to rebound. We know when people are buying on the weekdays. Wall Street, cryptocurrencies, investments, they operate on, I know that they operate 24/7, but really they operate on human behavior, which goes on weekdays. People work on the weekdays. They putz around on their computers at work, buying and selling Bitcoin when they should be working. That's not for me to judge. I'm just saying this is how it works. So someday we're going to figure out, you know what, I'm going to do my shopping and use my Bitcoin or my Ethereum or my Litecoin or XRP or whichever one you want to use to purchase something. You might say, well, I've noticed on Wednesdays at a certain time, usually my favorite coin is very high. It's worth a lot. So it behooves me to spend and to buy my things online when my favorite X coin, or whatever you want to call it, your favorite currency, is the highest. And so we need to know that there's a lot of human behavior that goes into these markets. So the downward price trend continues. This is a brand new article. I'm going to go back and look, and is the downward price still happening? Looks like we're starting to bounce back. Why? Because it's Tuesday. It's the beginning, middle of the week. People are back at work. People are back doing to their regular routines. I think you're going to have to notice that routine is very important in these markets. Okay, moving on. Again, this is a great site. Bitcoin.com, get a lot of news from them. Watch out. Their analysts are not always on top of the game. Moving on to the next story. There's a church in Zurich that accepts donations in Bitcoin, BCH, Ether, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, XRP, and I forgot the call sign for Stellar. So if you're at the church in Zurich and you want to donate, there you go. You have opportunity to use your digital wallet to contribute. Interesting. Okay, moving on. I'll leave this in the link section. Moving into a little South Korean news, which is really important for us. South Korea has been not a cornerstone, but one of the major foundations of cryptocurrency. And with the rocky roads that have recently been happening in South Korea, we've seen rocky roads. It hasn't been completely attributed to South Korean regulation, but it's possible that it definitely had something to do with it. So the Korean card companies are blocking transactions to overseas exchanges. And so this is big news because not surprising at all, South Korean always protects their own first. Even if they want to regulate it, they want to regulate the Korean brand companies. They do not want to send that money or have that money in an overseas exchange. And I think this is something that you're going to see more and more. I'm not saying you need to run out and send all your money to an overseas exchange, but I'm not going to tell you that it's not a bad idea to do it. We know regulations will come. We know they've already started in New York. We know regulations. We just have to hope that we're going to get the best ones. So, not surprised with the South Korean car companies blocking the foreign exchanges. I don't believe that we will ever see that reverse. I have to admit, from what I know about South Korea, which is more than most, I have lived there before for a long time, 8 years. They're never going to give this up. They will protect their own to the end. I'd be surprised if they open it up to international exchanges again. More in South Korean news. Maybe you guys heard about this. Corbett stopped serving international citizens, and this speaks to a similar thread in South Korea. They are going to exclude foreigners when it behooves them to protect their own. And as a foreigner who lived in South Korea, I can tell you this would have been aggravating to no end if I was currently still in South Korea and trying to buy cryptocurrencies. They're going to protect their own. This is the way things work in South Korea. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I would expect that the international citizens, the ones who are on working visas, and the ones who are there as uh, entertainment visas or anything, they're going to eventually allow this. This one will be changed. I can almost guarantee you. I don't think they'll get the international exchanges back, though. To be honest. Moving on. Now, this is important. This speaks to the whole purpose of why we're trying to spend our cryptos. Coinbase is making $2.7 million a day. Do you think that a company that's making that much money that fast is ever going to let this slow down? They want that money to keep rolling. It proves that they're the house in a casino. I don't think it's appropriate always to have gambling. I don't think cryptocurrency is gambling, but they're the ones that hold the keys. So if Coinbase is making this much money in a bear or bull market, they want to keep you on there. So it's in their interest for everybody to make money. They want people to make money. If people stop making money, then they stop making money. And they don't want that to happen. So I think when I see Coinbase making 2.7 million, I don't know what Binance makes. I don't know what the other ones make. But this is big money per day that they're raking in, and they're galvanizing their position in the financial world. So this is great news. I hope that the other exchanges are also making I know they're doing really well. It's important that the exchanges succeed, because if they don't, we don't. On the next story is that we're going to have the first AI and blockchain-based dating and relationship project. So we have a dating site that accepts cryptos that's using a blockchain technology. It's pretty interesting. You got smart contracts in the Viola wallet. So that's pretty interesting. If people, again, if you're going to say, I'm not going to spend my fiat currency on this, but next time, I don't know what they could accept. I don't even know if they are accepting cryptocurrencies at this point, but when you're thinking, oh, my Litecoin's really high, so high right now, I should just blow some. I always wanted to get into the world of digital dating. I don't know if it really means much. I guess my point is that it's coming in all angles. It's coming in dating sites. It's coming in hardware stores. It's coming at the T-shirt vendor, and that's mostly my point. Okay, speaking of, look at Dash and Sibcoin, which they're saying is created on a fork of the Dash blockchain. So we do know that these exist as popular examples of using it. Let me know if you use Dash or Sibcoin in the comments. Love to know more. There's also cities that are creating their own cryptocurrency. So this is really interesting too. Let's say you want to take a trip to Italy and Rome is using Rome coin for some of the essential museums or transportation, and they're using Rome coin. And you're planning your trip to Italy, you might take a peek at picking up some Rome coin before your trip, so you can plan out that I'm going to Rome in 6 months, and I just happened to see Rome coin drop pretty hard, so I grabbed some for my trip that I'm going to be on in Italy in 6 months, and sure enough, by then your Rome coin has appreciated, and you are super happy to be spending Rome coin. So I mean, it of course we're in the future of this, but things are moving extremely rapid. Things are moving really fast in the space, and the cryptocurrency world is moving so quick. Every day there's a new startup. Every day there's a new plug. Every day there's more hype. Every day there's more FUD. So we know that there's a lot going on. Moving on to the next one. I think this is really important because, and as you can see on the site, CoinDesk, they have the Bitcoin and Ethereum price currently. I think it's global average, it looks like. How to accept Bitcoin payments for your store. One issue that they're saying is the person-to-person payments. Nice. Bought a cheeseburger. Burger Bear. Should have bought some vegetables, bro, but that's okay. Okay, Coinbox. Here we go. I'm sorry, did I miss the first one? Bitcoin wallet app. An Android. I think they're just talking generally here. What do we got? Find out more about Bitcoin transactions. Another alternative is Coinbox, which is designed for merchants who want straightforward option to receive payments. I think this is great. Any of you out there who have a small business, whether it might be t-shirt business or selling your honeybee, your honey from your backyard beekeeping at the local farmers market, if you can start accepting Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency and you can afford not to take fiat, I would take the crypto, because the crypto is going to have a much better chance for appreciation than just about any fiat currency out there. So if it was me and I was selling one of my products, t-shirt or jar of honey, I'm going to try to do this. I plan to switch over as soon as I can. So here's another one, Coinify. Danish firm acquired Bips and CoinZone. Offers point-of-sale solutions for both brick-and-mortar and online stores. That's huge. Merchants can get paid in Bitcoin or fiat currency, or a mixture of the two. That would be great. Can I do 75% in fiat because I got to pay my bills? That we're still in a revolving fiat currency small business, but because I can't pay my bills in cryptocurrency. If you could pay your electric bill and you could pay your mortgage in cryptocurrency, it's we've hit the balloon. That's over. Keep that as a marker. So it's got the mobile app, and the Coinify works with iOS, Android, which any company who's not going to incorporate both these days, you might as well just shut her down now. I don't know how you could ever launch only on Android or only on iOS. CoinKite, it's a new startup, so it looks like maybe they're not ready yet. Looking exactly like over-the-counter chip and pin terminals we're so used to. So I like that. I like the image there. Super simple. We know what it looks like. Oh, there's your receipt. Prints it out. QR codes. So that's pretty cool. The handset also serves Bitcoin Litecoin ATM. You can get your cash out. Coinbase, we pretty much knew that they also offered, but there's no support U.S. bank accounts as a funding. So we got BitPay, international payment process for business and charities. It's integrated into the Soft Touch POS system for bricks and mortar retail stores. However, BitPay has an API which could be implemented into any POS system with some coding work. So apparently they're looking for somebody that wants to team. I can't wait for somebody. I don't know who you are out there, but I know you're sitting on a point of sale that is gonna tie in with one of the big names. I don't know who it's gonna be. I mean, even if just say one of the minor chains, one of the minor shopping chains. I don't know what it would be. There's so many. Just pick anything like Panda Express. They're not even a major food. They're big, but they're not McDonald's. If they were start to accept one of these or any of these as their merchant POS, I think you're gonna see whichever one they choose, whatever POS they choose, that coin, if they have one, that stock in that company gonna go through the roof. I think that's how we're gonna see it. BitX10 is announced. Okay, it's more announcements, point of sale. See, this is what we're getting to. Everybody's announcing. We're not there yet. I think this year, by the end of this year, we're going to see a lot of cryptocurrencies being spent at POS. Until we get a massive amount of cryptocurrency spent at POS, we're going to continue to have an extremely volatile market because it's so based on projection and speculation, and not on real numbers. Once we get these up and going and people are implementing these in daily terminals, then we are going to see a stabilization in the market, and we're also going to be able to utilize multiple, hopefully. Definitely stabilization in the market is what we're looking for, I think, in long term. So there's more XB terminal. So there are many ways. We don't know which one's going to be the leader of the pack. I think probably the ones that are on the top of this list that we already know. Coinbase. It seems to me that Coinbase has a good, clean. They always have a good, clean interface. I don't know where they are with expanding their point of sale, and if they can't do it in the U.S., I know U.S. is not the only market, but they're going to be a little bit of a kingpin for me after China. Okay, so on to the next one. Graft's another one that we're looking at. They want to accept multiple different kinds of cryptocurrencies. So they say they're the first open source payment gateway blockchain network designed for point of sale. Graft is an ICO project with its own blockchain. The team, this kind of language gets me worried. The team is so dedicated. Come on, just the team is dedicated. Come on, what do we see? These are the things I always see when they're hyping and their pros kind of get me, man. Need to get some higher level writing up in that. But anyway, we see the point is that Graft is on the move. Couple things about Graft. They really want it. Oh, we got 4 days left in the pre-sale. If you're interested in Graft, get it on out there. Grab yourself some coin. I'm going to hold off and wait. I'm not at that point where I'm getting into ICOs yet. Hope to soon. Need to do a lot of research before I just drop Ching. So checking that out. That's interesting. Graft is on the move. They're really pumping it. Here, watch a quick video. Well, apparently we are just into hype here at the Graft video. I really want to see a video of them implementing, and this guy. Yeah, there you go. Spend it. There you go. Spend it. I want to see it. Buy champagne. Yeah, walking on the moon. Sure. So, how are you going to do it with Graft, buddy? There he is. He's looking for it. Mm-hmm. Well, let's just see. What do you got here? It looks like, what's map are they using? Where to use Graft? I'll check into that. Maybe we'll do a special video on Graft after this. This video is already going a little long here. So Graft is one of them. Not trying to hype them. Don't think that they're the one and all being. We're going to maybe hone in on them in the next video. So I think it's important for people to really look, where can you accept it? We talked about this a little bit before. If you can start accepting those cryptocurrencies as a merchant, we have a lot of people who are going to be watching these videos who are small business owners, and that's going to be another way to fuel income for your cryptocurrency habit, I guess you could say, your cryptocurrency desire. If you can start using your cryptocurrencies and accepting them 0.75%, or I'm gonna accept three quarters of the payment, 75% of the payment from fiat, and 25% I'm gonna take in Litecoin or whatever your preferred currency is. That's great. Another one, point of sale cryptocurrency. Just watch a quick 1 minute video on Stack. So you want the token and the wallet. I think that's what I'm seeing the issue with this offhand is that am I only using stack tokens? Am I only using, I think they had a little MasterCard emblem there. So the CRUD, so that's been October 25th, so this should have been over. If anybody knows where that company's at, drop it in the comments. We'll get to it. Beluga Pay is another one. And so this one, it looks like the pre-sale, you have a few days left. It's January. If you're interested, 10% off, ends on the pre-sale. They accept everything. Beluga Pay is live, generating revenue and growing. You can take a look at the videos later if you want. Beluga Pay is already live. Over 1,000 merchants are already using it. Thousands of potential crypto merchants around the world. Looks like we got a problem here. We got a problem here and here. Australia, great to see it. Nice. I'm sure that's probably just in India is accepting it. Most importantly, it looks like Russia is accepting it. Is that right? China? Can't see the graph. So this is part of, yeah, China is here. This is all Russia, of course. It's so giant. What a country. What a size, man. So Russia, India, looks like, what is it? Is that UK or France? I can't really zoom in here. Oh yeah, that would be UK. Australia, Mexico. Hey, maybe those, you're gonna head on down to Mexico for your golfing and spend your cryptos through Beluga Pay. So, yeah, exciting to see if these hit. If they do become mainstream, it'll be one more way for us to spend our cryptos. Again, to go over a few things, if you haven't seen the videos before, Overstock.com is one of the biggest places. Expedia, eGifter, this one I don't think I mentioned before, place to spend those cryptos. So, eGifter is a popular gift card site and mobile app that lets users buy gift cards for all sorts of places, including Amazon, JCPenney, Sephora, Home Depot, big one for all those builders out there, Kohl's. Huge Midwestern, actually I think they're more than just a regional retailer now. Oh, not going to open a new window. eGifters uses Coinbase as their Bitcoin partner. So this one is set up with Coinbase. Newegg. Are you gadget junkie? If yes, you'll be happy to hear that electronic retail giant Newegg accepts Bitcoin. Will call orders, gift card, digital, marketplace items, subscriptions, pre-orders, premier membership, return shipping labels. I'm not sure what they mean by that. Bitcoin options at checkout. Option. Shopify stores. Now, I haven't mentioned this one before. If you're not familiar with Shopify, all you really need to know is that it's an e-commerce platform that allows merchants to set up their own online shops to sell their products, similar to Etsy or eBay. In November of 2013, all of the Shopify merchants received an option to start accepting Bitcoin payments with the help of BitPay. Moving on, Dish. Didn't know it. Didn't know they're still alive. This company's going to have a rocky road. I don't think they have much choice but to start accepting cryptocurrencies, and Dish needs to make a pivot to the unplugging and unsatellite. Everything's moving and unplugging. Get your Roku or your Amazon Fire Stick or whatever they call it. Roadway Moving Company. Hey, if you got to move, if you're lucky, your Bitcoin will be really high that day, and then pay your bills. Pizza for coins. a lot of people say, why would you buy a pizza with your currency? And I guess I'm going to say, why wouldn't you if you eat pizza? I had to quit. Gotta live the healthy lifestyle now. No more pizza for me. But for all you young folks out there that have a metabolism, yeah, buy them up. So it looks like there's a small business pay. It's Intuit Pay by Coin service. So this is for small business. So check that one out. The business can elect to receive final payments in cryptocurrency or another currency. Intuit does not charge a fee for this add-on service, but the Bitcoin network typically does. So you're still paying your Bitcoin fees. I just think Bitcoin's going to be, Bitcoin is, it's the gold. I know there's Bitcoin gold, but Bitcoin is the gold in this marketplace. Everything is traded against it, how much is valued against the Bitcoin. But we're seeing that Bitcoin is not the one for transactions. It's not the speedy, It's too heavy. It's a little clunky. That's okay. We're still early in this cryptocurrency space. Microsoft is back and forth. They say they won't refund any Bitcoin. They stopped, and then they said they would again. And I'm not actually sure where we are. Is Microsoft still accepting it? If you got a comment, let me know. Reed's Jewelry's gift we mentioned already. Cheap Air. Gotta love it. If I can spend my cryptos, Bitcoin, whatever, traveling, rental car, hotel, golf, and use my POS, whatever, if you want, whatever it's, which one were we talking about earlier? Graft or Beluga Pay. And you don't have to pull out your fiat currency on your whole trip to Hawaii, say. Well, Hawaii's a bad example. They're pretty negative on the crypto. But let's say you go to Mexico and you do use that Beluga Pay and you bought all your cheapo air, you bought your hotel, you bought your rental car, and then you're paying using Beluga Pay in Mexico. I want to hear that story. That's where we need to be at. And I can choose which cryptocurrency to buy that day, which one's going to give me the better rate. Hopefully someday we're looking at stores that are going to start offering discounts if you use their preferred currency. That's what we're looking for. We need to start pivoting, and this thing can happen fast. Here, I just wanted to take a quick look, the best PO systems comparison. And these are not for cryptocurrencies. These are just regular fiat accepting. But when these companies start dedicating their space to cryptocurrency, we've turned the corner. Shopkeep, Lightspeed, Touch Bistro, Revel. You've seen quite a few of these. Square is pretty popular these days. I think someone like Square, if they were to start accepting cryptocurrencies on the regular, they're going to blow up, and so is the cryptocurrency that they choose to pair with. If they, I wouldn't, actually, I kind of don't see why you would just choose one. You'd want to do them all, unless you can get some amazing deal out of it. Harbor Touch, Future POS. So there's a lot of POS out there, if you get my drift. And they're not all accepting cryptos, but they will someday. Almost wrapped up for today. Bitcoin warning that the criminals turning to other cryptocurrencies on the dark web. Just more logic for you, more media logic. So using this logic, does that mean that Bitcoin is not the preferred coin of criminals anymore, and that Bitcoin is a clean coin? Sometimes you get these articles, and of course criminals are using other cryptocurrencies. So are the regular masses of people using other cryptocurrencies. Sometimes it's asinine, the stuff that they put online, and I don't want to get into too deep with it, but of course they're using other ones. Why wouldn't they? They're worth more against Bitcoin. Of course I'm going to use it. If I'm going to send $2 billion to buy some heroin, but I don't have to use the transaction fees, of course I'm going to use Dash or Monero or Zcash or whatever they're mentioning here. It's like a little too obvious, guys. Alright, here we go. Next one, and finally, you can donate to charity if you're feeling altruistic. Great word. There's no better way to spend your Bitcoin profits on charity donation. on the Water Project, World Aid for Homeless Children, and the Royal National Lifeboat Institution accept Bitcoin. According to CNBC, 22 million Bitcoins were donated in 2017. Okay, now look at that number again and tell me that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are going to disappear. When 22 million were donated, that people who were making money on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies had decided to get away from their capital gains taxes by donating 22 million Bitcoins. I'm not very quick with math. You could probably do it faster than I can. 22, 1, 2, 3, times, what did they say? How much is a Bitcoin worth about now? Let's just say it's worth 11,000. That, I can't even read that number. Oh, $22 million in Bitcoins. Okay. Sorry. But anyway, $22 million, nothing to shake a stick at for donations. So it is something to consider. If you want to, some countries are allowing people to donate away their capital gains. So that's it for today. Please leave any questions and comments you have in the comments section below. Please subscribe and click the alerts button so you can get the new videos. We are a growing channel. We really would appreciate any kind of donation that you would be so kindly to share. And I'll put our currency acceptance down there. If you want to donate in a currency that I don't have listed, please let us know. We'll be happy to share our wallet address with you. Have a good time. Let's start spending those. I want to hear the stories from you. How do you spend those cryptos? Thanks again, everybody. And that's it for today.